Welcome back. Today I'm sharing channeled information around Oprah and how what's happening with her is connected to the overall global collapse. I'll be wrapping up with some channel guidance around what we can do as a collective to help speed up the collapse of the old control systems that have been around for hundreds and thousands of years that have been controlling us, and how we can navigate through this time more smoothly. So just starting out, this is, I think, video 8 or the 8th video I've made sharing what's going on with Oprah. So I'm a channel. I channel cosmic beings, the Akashic records, and the consciousness grid. And in my last video, I touched on what's happening to her. She was interviewed recently about her video with The Rock going viral, and I touched on what's going on with that in my last video. But to go a little bit deeper with that, what my guide showed me is that because of how much that video triggered people, number one, they said, the good news is that more and more people are waking up. And waking up in this context means starting to realize that the reality that has been pushed to us is not the reality that is actually happening here on the planet. The media, Hollywood, I go into this in other videos, but politics, religion have all been used to control us for hundreds and thousands of years, and people are starting to wake up. And I'm not going to get into this in this video. There's other people on TikTok that do a great job of talking about how the planet's going through an ascension process right now, and we're all here for the ride. So what's happening with Oprah is she is, what my guide showed me is that because of that video going viral and people waking up, people who used to love her are now starting to wake up to that there's something off, there's something wrong. And that is all meant to happen. This is all meant to happen. She is a critical piece of people waking up and realizing what's happening here. I talk about this in other videos, she has a soul contract in this lifetime. Whether she honors it or not, it's up to her to use her fame to share truth. And use her platform. And right now is the perfect opportunity and climate, my guide said, to share truth. So what's happening is that because that video went viral, she is now sort of on like probation, they're saying. And she's the people above her who she's been in contracts with since the beginning of her career, they are the ones that pushed her to rise to fame. It's not by accident that people rise to fame and fortune. It's all orchestrated. All of Hollywood, 100% of it is all orchestrated. It's a control metric. And people who rise to fame and fortune have done that through signing certain contracts in return for doing certain things and being the faces of certain agendas. And she has been operating for the last several decades very from a space of like she's very comfortable with where she's at and this platform she's created. It's kind of taken over her ego, and she feels like she's untouchable, and she's getting a really big dose of truth right now. And the people who are in control of her contracts have basically said, like, we don't know if you're valuable to us anymore. We don't know if this can be turned around. This train is going too fast. We don't know if we can turn it around. And she's really worried about losing her pedestal and her platform, and more. She's worried about losing more. So she's kind of in a holding pattern right now. And what my guide showed me is that what's happening is that all around the globe, there's chaos all around the globe. A lot of it is orchestrated. A lot of the weather things that are happening are orchestrated. It's not natural disasters. There's so many things happening right now that's orchestrated to create additional fear because people are waking up, and the only way to control people is through fear and division. And we saw that the last several years. We've been seeing it for centuries, really, but they're losing control of the narrative they've created. People are no longer, they stopped looking at politics, they stopped looking at religion. Hollywood was created to replace those things, to control people, and they're starting to wake up to Hollywood being another smoke and mirrors thing, just like politicians and religion has been for a very long time. So as people wake up, the powers that be at the top are grasping at straws and trying to create more fear. And this is what my guide said for us to understand, is that it's one thing to be aware and to observe what's happening from a neutral state. It's hard to stay neutral, I understand, because there's so much chaos and pain and suffering. It's hard to stay neutral. But getting angry and getting fearful literally supports what they're doing. It will literally help give the people that are in control of the planet more momentum, more gas to continue going. We want that car to stop. We want that car to run out of gas. The only way for it to run out of gas is if we start changing our fear and anger to love. Sending love. So instead of sending hate to Oprah, which I know it might be hard, instead of sending hate to these billionaires that are hiding behind, their shiny things and not speaking up and helping, instead of getting angry at what's happening around the globe, the best way to end this, they're saying, for it to speed up the collapse of these systems that have been in control of us for so long, is to turn your fear and anger to love. Send love to Maui. Envision Maui growing and rebuilding. Envision people coming forward from Hollywood and sharing truth with the collective about what's really going on, what's really happening behind the scenes. My guides have showed me, this is probably not going to be a surprise for many people, that we are basically living in the Truman Show. The collective are Truman. We are all Trumans living in this show, this orchestrated narrative that's been given to us for hundreds and thousands of years. And the good news is it's collapsing. We are all here right now during this time watching the collapse of this. So they're saying, I want to wrap this video for the sake of time, but my guide said that the number one thing that we can do is when you feel yourself getting angry or fearful, that literally fills that gas tank up of the people above that are controlling everything. There are a small group of people at the top of this globe that control everything. Everything is an illusion to us. Wars are created from illusion. What we see in the media and what they tell us is not real. It's not true. This might be triggering for some of us. I know when I woke up a few years ago, I went down the rabbit hole and it was a little triggering for me. But now that I understand, and I've been channeling so much about what's going on, power is in knowing. Power is in knowing and understanding what we can do to help put an end to this. It's collapsing on its own. This global structure of control and greed is collapsing on its own. And the more that we transmute our fear and anger to love, the better and faster it can collapse, and we can start creating the new world. We're here to do that. No one's going to do that for us. No politicians are going to do that for us. There are people waking up and who have been waking up all over the globe for a long time that are stepping into positions of helping to create the new systems, helping to spread truth. Like me, I woke up and started channeling out of the blue. I'm here with my own piece of the puzzle to help everyone out there. So I hope this was helpful for you. Stick around. I'm going to share a little bit more in the next video. I also am going to share what I channeled around Twitch per some requests from all of you. And while everything I'm sharing here is 100% channeled from cosmic guides, the Akashic records, and the consciousness grid, I have to say this is for fun and entertainment. Stick around and drop your questions and comments below about what resonated with you in this video and what you would like me to channel. See you in the next one.